The question of Bruce Lee's actual combat effectiveness cannot be discussed from the perspective of movie audiences or in a casual, speculative manner by non-professionals. Saying that Bruce Lee conquered the world without a rival is definitely a baseless exaggeration, as no one can confirm it, and no one can achieve it. Claiming that Bruce Lee had no practical combat skills is even more absurd. How can one draw the correct conclusion and approach the historical truth of that time without referring to the real professional reviews and authoritative materials of his era, and instead, base discussions on groundless speculations and falsehoods? What about Bruce Lee's actual combat effectiveness? We don't need endless, baseless debates. In fact, we only need to understand what elements constitute real combat effectiveness and whether Bruce Lee possessed these elements. Also, whether he was recognized by professionals of his time, especially top-level professionals, such as world champions in martial arts, and whether his Jeet Kune Do system and training methods, such as full-contact combat training, were close to real combat or practiced with a focus on real combat, are the basis for a glimpse of the truth. Otherwise, all groundless talk without professional prerequisites and authoritative testimony is purely nonsense. Starting from this perspective, we set a topic for the Dao Show to try to present some historical information from that time for readers to refer to and judge for themselves. Hardcore. Bruce Lee's 9 Super Combat Strength Indicators, a summary of collective professional reviews by martial artists of his era. In the 1970s, the original editor-in-chief of the world-renowned American professional martial arts magazine Black Belt, Mito Uehara, wrote the unparalleled fighter Bruce Lee on the cover. Whether Bruce Lee was fierce or not, the author, who had the opportunity to understand Bruce Lee up close during his time, is very convincing. What about Bruce Lee's combat strength? Half a century ago, the top martial arts elites who truly understood Bruce Lee, from American martial arts champions, black belts, representative martial arts masters from various countries to professional martial arts media, had a mainstream consensus on Bruce Lee, an unparalleled fighter. Bruce Lee's combat strength, whether it's role-based fighting strength or unrestricted fighting strength, can be ranked among the world's top-notch. The height of Bruce Lee's martial arts realm and his revolutionary martial arts theory has not been surpassed to this day. He far exceeded his era and is recognized as the greatest martial artist of the 20th century. Half a century later, when Bruce Lee encounters those who lack basic common sense of world martial arts history, who only see him as an actor, and who regard the modern practical martial arts that liberate from traditional martial arts, Jeet Kune Do, as traditional martial arts or film and television martial arts, the non-professional onlookers who don't mind making a fuss, controversies arise. Does Bruce Lee have any combat strength? Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do has no fancy techniques. Please don't talk about individual artistic expressions in movies. Bruce Lee always emphasizes the simple, direct, and efficient good form. In other words, like boxing, Jeet Kune Do only has a few punches, and other core techniques, leg techniques, throws, etc., are also structured in the same way, forming a simple yet comprehensive and scientific fighting skill. For the long-term commitment to the professional study of Bruce Lee's martial arts history, as well as the teaching and inheritance of Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do in China, we will try to provide a professional thinking and judging angle for the majority of readers in this article. What are the hardcore combat abilities that a strong fighter should have as a standard, and summarize Bruce Lee's 9 recognized hardcore combat strength indicators at that time.